What's up? Hey, hello. Welcome everyone to episode 3 of this beautiful Nightcrawlers RPG adventure. We're so glad that you're with us. Thanks for tuning in. We're getting spooky for spooky season. And I got a spooky crew here of monsters that I would love to introduce. But before we get to that, check out a content warning if you need one. Just pop it in the trigger word into the chat. We are playing a splatterpunk horror TRPG, so it might get a little gory, it might get a little spooky, it might get a little scary. But that's what we're here for. All right, let's start it off the intros with our lovely friend Liz.
Hey, what's going on? It's good to be back with these monsters. My name is Liz. I use she, any pronouns, playing court, she, they pronouns. You can find me tilting at windmills all over the internet as Themoulinrogue. And projects. I'm hanging out on Bad House lately. I'm also over on Utopia as Sad Girl Paladin Scylla. Catch me in upcoming things. Email me if you want to see me in them. I'm going to pass it over to lovely Ambrose.
Me? Hi, everybody. I'm Ambrose, she, they pronouns. I'm playing Beck, he, him, the werewolf. I am the creative director and founder of Other Cider Studios, which is a horror, mystery, and investigation focused stream. So, yay, we're going to be announcing something soon. So, wait for that. I am also SS Ambrose everywhere except for Twitter and Instagram, which is SS Ambrose _ because those two places definitely hate me. But yeah, I am going to pass it off to Austin.
I knew it was coming. Hey everybody, my name is Austin. My pronouns are he, they, she. Then I'll be playing Chiron, whose pronouns are she, they. Chiron is a vampire. If you're keeping track at home, make sure you fill in your scorecards. There will be a quiz. You think I'm joking? I'm not. The quiz is coming. I am an award-winning game writer, designer, performer, and friend. You can find me anywhere I want to be found on the internet at Sailor Austin. It's at Sailor SCT Austin. If you don't find that, it means I don't want to be found. Stop looking for me. It means I don't want you to find me. There's the one username. Anything else? No. Who sent you here? Anyway, that's it for me. I'm gonna pass it over to LaTia.
You only did that because I laughed a lot. Hi, everybody. I'm LaTia Jaquise. LaTia Jaquise everywhere on the internet. You might know me as your friendly neighborhood D&D community manager. And that's really all I got going for me, except for hanging out with these lovely monsters. I am playing Kanon Quinn Cannon because I like to be complicated, and I'm a fairy. If you haven't figured that out yet. But yeah. I'm really happy to be back, and I'm gonna pass it to Fabs.
What's up? It's me, Fabs, producer. Find me here at Bad House RPG and Rockets and Pens everywhere because it's too late to change my handle. But yeah, I'll be playing the Ghost Pops, the originator of Ghost Knife and Ghost Stab and Ghost Beer and everything and Ghost Wounds. Everything.
Ghost insert thing here.
Exactly.
Awesome. And I'm Sierra, aka Mystic, she, any pronouns. I am your lovely lore keeper, GM. I forget what they call it in this system. There's so many names for it.
City planner.
I'm city planner. Thank
City
you.
planner.
I am you can find me all over the webs at Mystic Musings. Sometimes there's some underscores in there, sometimes there's not, but yeah, Mystic Musings is where you can find me. I am the creative director and founder of Autumn Studio. You can also catch me producing things in the TRPG studio for D&D Wizards of the Coast. And I'm really excited to be playing this game. Are we ready?
Leo.
So ready.
All right, I need one person from the court Kanon Pops party to roll a d20, and I need one person from the Ambrose Austin party to roll a d20. Beck and Chiron party, sorry, to roll a
Go,
d20.
Chiron. You do it, Chiron. Go for it.
All right.
Whoever gets higher, that party will go first.
Oh, I'll roll.
okay.
I'll roll. What'd you get?
What'd you get?
I got an 18.
Congratulations. You're up first.
Yay.
All right. We left Court and Kanon and Pops and their new monstrosity friend, Elijah Riddle, walking through a strange woods, passing through an arch of trees in a park in the northwest corner of the city. Kanon leads the way and has told Court, Pops, and Elijah to forget how they got here, forget what they're seeing, forget all of this. This isn't happening. As you trek on your way to visit friend Baba Yaga, or Barbara Yaga, as you all remember her from the farmer's market. You continue. A thick, sort of purpley, mauve-like dust sort of settles across the greenery around you, and the path turns from like a well-worn dirt to a mossy path in front of you. Sure enough, a few more minutes go by, and you start to see these strange creatures that look like homes on chicken legs, but they're small. They only maybe come up to even Kanon's small fairy kneecap. Very small, and they sort of run and scatter as you walk through this dark, foggy, green space. You know you're getting close, Kanon. Do you have any final words for your friends before you take them to Baba Yaga?
Hey, wait a minute. Final words?
Yeah. Look, just words before we get there.
Yeah,
That's all.
Okay, I just want to be clear.
I'm sorry. Every time I go to see Mama Yaga, I die. So I have to give you my final words now. Um, no, just remember whatever you don't lie. Don't lie. But also you don't know how you got here. Don't lie, but you don't know how you got here. And yeah, everything will be fine. Just don't lie.
Well, that should be easy. Court has been looking at her hands the whole time, knitting just the tiniest, teeniest little heart. And has just been looking down the whole time.
Pops has just been strutting along.
Ghost strutting.
Ghost strutting.
Awesome.
Elijah just nods. It's weird. There's like jiggle skin that happens.
Court hands the heart to Elijah.
Oh,
Reaches out with like a gillman fin on his hand, green, scaly, brown features as he grabs it from you. Thank you.
There you go.
I do have to admit to the audience that it's been a little bit since we played, but also I just remember this guy is wearing his skin as a jumpsuit. So
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
mm-hmm.
Thank you.
you're welcome. It's fantastic. It's a wonderful visual.
All right. You carry on, and the fog grows more and more dense, and you start to see spikes with skulls, all different types of humanoid-shaped skulls, as you continue toward, and you hear in the whisper sort of like a of like something spinning very rapidly.
Oh yeah. It's been a while since I've been here. Oh no, I don't know if I remember. All right, everybody. Um, look, I got this. We'll be fine. Just I don't know, just be prepared for anything.
All right.
We keep going.
It's a little bit ominous, but okay.
I'll be
The
fine.
moss underneath your feet sort of begins to like squish a little bit as you begin to enter what seems to be a large swampy bog. And standing through a solid row of fence with humanoid skulls all along the top is a giant chicken-legged house that is just spinning so quickly you can barely see the color of the outside as it spins around on top of its legs.
I just kind of like look up at it and I watch it spin for a bit, like trying to follow it and being unsuccessful in doing so, while I try to remember how to get it to stop spinning. Um, what do I need to roll?
Yeah, you're gonna give me a brains check.
Oh boy.
Remember, folks, low is good. We want
Low
one
is
direct
good.
stat.
Low is good. I got a 2.
Yay!
Amazing.
Incredible. You know that the password is simply saying, I am welcome here in Russian.
Oh yeah. So I put on my best fake Russian accent because Mama Yaga loves that so much.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I do. I say, I am welcome here.
You say it, and it starts to slow ever so slightly. And you hear a voice boom out from the home as this very large, maybe 10-foot tall, spindly elderly woman with hair sticking all the way out as if it had been electrified comes whipping around the back side of the house towards you all through the fence. She seems to be sitting in some kind of mortar and holding what looks to be a giant pestle in hand. She smells horrible and she says, "What are you doing here?
Hi, Mama Yaga. It's Kanon.
Who are these people?
They are friends.
You did not come with meal."
Actually, she reaches into her bag and she doesn't have like a full meal, but she pulls out she got something at the Burnt Beans Bistro. She pulls out like half of a bagel. A bagel. And she
Yeah, I think Kanan would know that Baba Yaga only eats the flesh of other humanoids.
right.
So do you still pull out the
Yeah, because I'm me.
just spits?
One day. One day. Um, and then yeah, she would have this because she knows. She like tosses the bagel into the like swampy mess, and then she pulls out like it's about the same size, but she pulls out like a wrapped something that is dripping a bit. Hands it over.
You did bring dinner. Thank you.
You're welcome, Mama Yaga.
So no, these are not dinner as well.
No, no, these are my friends. They are not dinner.
Well,
These are friends, not food.
this one has no body. This one's body smells as death, and that one is I do not know.
That this is Pops.
How do you
This
do?
is Court. And
You
this is
smell
our new
really good.
and this is our friend Elijah, who is the reason we're here.
Elijah. Why does that name sound so familiar?
Does it sound familiar?
Yes, in the house, and the house instantly just stops spinning behind you. And a couple of stairs, like a large staircase, just comes and appears out of the front door. There's one of the little tiny houses has gone over and like sat on the bagel you threw into the swamp.
I love them so much. But yeah, I start climbing up the stairs, and then I just like motion for everybody to come up the stairs too. It's all
I'll
good.
turn around and motion to Elijah.
I'm
Follows. You can,
gonna like stay behind Elijah to make sure that his skin is not sagging or whatever, in a manner of speaking.
You don't need that caught on a loose nail or anything.
Yeah.
Or nibbled on by one of the tiny houses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're able to do that. You see that like as he moves up, the arms that once were his like kind of flail around as the top half of his body just hangs like a sweatshirt tied around your waist.
He's a
I was-
choice.
I'm sorry.
You're
No.
not.
It's fine. I just think it's fucking hilarious.
And every time it stings differently. It kind of hits you in a
A different way every time.
Hmm.
You all head up the steps into to Barbara Yaga's house, and you see lots of curing meats, different like dead flowers, and there's a cage in the corner where like a human mortal seems to be like, "The people, can you help?" And Yaga just says, "Forget you saw him. He's not here."
Saw who?
Court's
I
over at the
know.
cage, and as soon as she says that, she turns away, stops looking at it.
I see a lovely lady, and I was like, I'll see you eventually.
You really can find love in the most unusual places, she says to Pops.
Hey, beggars can't be choosers, right?
Pops, focus, please.
All right.
She-
So
Yeah.
no, it's just I sit down at the table.
Yeah, there's
I'm
a
sure
table
there's a
large
table.
enough for all of you. She heads over to like a makeshift apothecary / kitchen area and pulls out another like hand-sized mortar and pestle and starts crunching up, finishing what she was initially doing when you all came. So how can Baba Yaga help you, my friend Kanon?
Well, our friend Elijah has a thing on him that hurts him, and we would like it to not be there.
Let me see this thing.
Turn around.
Elijah turns around and like pulls down the skin to show her the medical device that seems to be attached to the back of his hip. I've seen this before. Those bastards stole my magic and used it to feed their experiments.
Can you get it off?
What is in this for Yaga?
Well, the bastards in question are the ones that probably did this to him. And we are planning rebellion.
You
We
plan
could-
rebellion?
Yeah.
Can I feed on them?
Yeah. Just not my parents, please.
You know they are not your parents.
Yeah, but they're kinda my parents.
Do we hear
This is
this?
Yes, you do, and this is the first that you've heard of this. You see confusion face. Why?
They're
I mean-
alright, I guess.
Wait a minute. What do you mean, your parents? Don't you take a sip of that drink. Dude, what do you mean? Stop it. What do you mean, parents?
My parents may or may not work for them. Them whose name I can't say, because if I say it, Elijah will.
True. But why keep it a secret?
I've not kept it a secret. Nobody's asked.
But they are not your parents.
No, but you gave me to them for some reason.
With adoption,
Is this why
too.
Is this why you gave me to them?
No. We switch children for baby farming.
Is this like a tax scam?
Oh.
Where you, like, foster children, government gives you money?
Baba Yagas must eat. Humans want babies.
Oh.
Well, I'm blurry.
What, you say I can eat the skin of those in this rebellion that fall, except for your human parents. But to do this is powerful magic.
Yeah.
I will teach you. You do it.
Oh. Okay. That's probably fine. Yeah, I'll do it.
Court leans into Pops. I love a DIY day.
I do think, I think I'm putting things together. I don't want you to think that we're screwing you over later on, but do know that some of these people, skin having people, sometimes their skin turns to goo. So I don't know if I don't know if you want to fix that. I don't know if you know about that, but I don't want you coming to us later saying, "Hey, goo, no flesh." You know,
What do you mean, goo?
like
Chewy. Dummy.
and then
I
I
have not
I
heard
take
of
the skin and like this, but liquid, and then I jiggle it.
If you're a texture person, it might be a little bit weird, but if you're not going to discriminate and food is food, then, you know, the goo is good.
It sounds like bad magic.
Probably is.
My sister once said that if you turn a frog into a snake but you do it wrong, they will turn to goo.
Oh, so these are
So these
Jack's.
are people who've been tried to change into something else, but they did it wrong. And then they're
Like
good.
this man, right? He looks
Oh.
at Elijah.
Try not to tell that to his face, but kind of.
But something clearly worked on him. It just worked.
Halfway.
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's why they're tracking him, because it worked. He's not goo.
So maybe maybe they thought it would fail halfway, so they stopped.
Maybe.
I think at this point, as you all are putting together the pieces of the conversation, we will head over to Beck and Chiron.
So, who are we gonna work on? Is it your friend?
What?
You said you're gonna go work, so you know.
I'm assuming we're in my car. It's like walked from your apartment to the car, and you just decided to get into the passenger seat. Yeah, I'm working, but what do you
So-
think I'm talking about?
I assumed you were gonna go fuck your friend. That
No,
was like I fucking you at the coffee place.
No, I mean not right now, but no. Uh,
So should I text him or not?
no, not right now. And you don't have to do that. I could do it myself. I appreciate
You're
whatever
driving.
you're trying
You
to.
have to be. You could die. Like I'm already not alive, but you could die. You have to be a safe driver. I can text him that we're coming over to fuck his brains out.
I don't need. Like hits the steering wheel. I don't. I don't need you to do that.
Okay, I just think it's rude to show up uninvited.
I'm not.
Maybe
going
I'm
to-
just
okay.
like used to that because like I have to be invited in places now, so it's like
Stop.
really,
Stop it. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. I'm not actually working. I told them I'm working.
I
I'm
know
gonna go.
that's what I understood you weren't going to actually.
I'm not
work,
gonna go
so
fuck somebody. That's not what that is.
why would you say you're going to work?
Because a different kind of work. I'm gonna break into someone's house. And he like turns.
Oh, why didn't you
Like-
just say that?
Like what Kanon said, or someone told me not to look into it, but I'm gonna look into it anyway. Then like pulls out his notebook to show the address of Kanon's parents, but I don't know that it's Kanon's
Yeah,
parents.
yeah.
It's like, so here I'm going there because they might have something to do with the research at the Fox Corp place, and I still want to check it out regardless.
Okay, do you break into places like all the time? Is that what your job actually is?
No, it's not I don't get paid for it.
Then why do you do it?
Don't ask questions. And then like turns the key on and then like starts driving away. Quickly pulls out and goes
Back-
to
Yeah. How clean is your car?
Well, that's a great question. It's not super gross, but it is like he tends to throw things in the back seat, so he has like his duffel bag backpack back there. Like you can kind of see like loose things that shouldn't be there, like rope.
I
Like
can't stress if I'm in the back seat.
tools, stuff like that. So yeah. Like it doesn't. A lot of stuff doesn't look like there. A lot of art supplies too is back there. Spray paint cans, and normal art gear as well. So like large
Mhm.
sketch pads, different sketch pads. So it looks like I should be living out of my car, kind of, but it doesn't have that much stuff to actually be the case.
I like vampire speed, unbuckle my seatbelt, go into the back seat. You know, if you're gonna use rope, you have to buy like the nice stuff. This can hurt mortals.
What are you talking about? What's gonna hurt mortals?
If you use this rope on someone, you can't tie someone up with this. You gotta buy
I'm
like
not
the
trying
nice.
to tie someone up with this. I
Then
look
why do
over my
you-
shoulder real quick as you're like leaned over into the back. Like, what are you
Why do
talking
you?
about?
Why do you have all this?
Why
rope
do you
on?
think I'm doing like some cakey shit like with half the things I
Look
have?
at you!
Look at me! Like what do you mean?
You're not.
You still wearing your mask back?
Definitely wearing a mask, chains, also stuff. Like, look at me. Like, looks down. Like, I'm not gonna say no, but like, stop assuming. Like with the stuff in my car.
Didn't mean to read a book by its cover, but it's a good book. So my bad.
Chiron, give me a guts check if you'd like.
Sure. Do you have it? Guts. I have to go under my number?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Perfect. I rolled a 9. My number's 13.
Okay. Great. you see some in like the sketch pads and things. If you're curious enough and you open them up, you see an
I'm
art
nosy.
style that matches a lot of the street art that is creating a lot of buzz in the human mortal art community.
Mm-hmm. Vampire Speak come back up to the front seat, and I'm sitting I'm laying upside down, looking at the sketchbook in the passenger seat. Hey, how do you make money?
How do I make money? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a delivery guy.
You just deliver stuff?
Like food, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yeah, why? Eyes are on the
You-
road. I do not see you like
You
going
don't-
through my shit.
I put the sketchbook in front of your face. You don't like sell stuff to mortals?
Like, I snatch it and throw it right back in the back seat. And it was just like, no, I don't. Fuck. Like, just no, I don't sell art to mortals. Why?
They like your art. They talk about this art all the fucking time. Whenever I go hook up with a mortal guy, he's like, "Oh, did you see the new spray paint?" I'm like, "Please stop talking. I'm trying to eat."
Sorry. I mean, I tag things. They don't know it's me most of the time. So
I mean, they want to buy it. Some dude bought a building that your tag was on once, so
I mean, I
you
don't.
could sell it.
Maybe this is an artistic mind situation, but I don't do it for money. I do it for something else.
I used to say that about bartending when I was mortal, but now I definitely do it for money.
Good to know. Can you put that away or put it somewhere else or not shove it into my face while I'm driving? Because I kind of need
Those
to
are
know.
three different things.
Get it out of my face. I turn. Thank you.
This amazing banter continues for the 20-minute drive that it takes to get from Southern Drench all the way up to the mortal neighborhood in which Kanon's family lives. By the end of that 20 minutes, what's the vibe in the car? Are y'all still good? Is there some tension? After the hangout in the car.
I don't. Okay, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like you're
Mhm.
fucking with my sound system right now and trying to
Yeah.
play what you want to play, kind of situation.
We
and I keep
are
on,
we are
changing
100%
it.
listening to K-pop.
Fuck. And I just gave up at the 10-minute mark, and I'm just listening along, but I'm pretending like I don't like it, but I am definitely nodding my head to the beat. Like, this is good stuff, I guess.
See, I told you just gotta relax. It's really fun. It's really this one girl I met. She had a name, I'm sure, but she was really into it, and that's all she played the whole night. And at first, I was like, "This is kind of loud," but it was really nice. The loudness helps, Sometimes you need to just drown everything else out.
Mm-hmm. Right. Turns the car off slowly, still looking at you. I'm gonna say we parked not directly on the block, maybe a block away, because I'm breaking and entering. And turn off. Get out. I'm gonna grab my backpack that you probably haven't looked through yet. On the back seat. I'm like, all right. When I go around the back, I'm pretty sure there's a fire escape back there or something like that. Is
So
it
if you taste the joint
actually
already?
It's the middle of the day.
It's the middle of the day. Case the joint.
And also, I just want to point out that this is the most what words do I want to use here?
Say it.
Say it.
Yuppie-ish hipster, but also young families of normies part of town. So if y'all are dressed how I know you are, as soon as you get out of the car, regardless, there's gonna be some looks of just whoa, unfamiliarity with the allied even really being around the spaces or in this neighborhood.
I salute, looking directly at someone that is the closest, that is openly staring, and
It's just
say
As they
Take a
keep
picture
walking.
if you need to.
I put up my parasol. Hi, Susan.
How did
I
they
hook
know
up
my
with her.
name?
Oh man, I was gonna guess Karen, and then I just keep walking. And I decide not gonna go directly. Question: Is this like was it a brownstone? Is it like a house? Is it like a apartment building situation for Kanon's house?
LaTia, what kind
Yeah.
does your house look like?
Um, it's one story, but it's like a ranch, but it's like a long ranch.
Ah, okay.
So attached garage. And yeah, it's made of brick. Um, but yeah, it's like you can tell that like even though it's one story, there's definitely some high ceilings in there. Um, and it's got like a big like bay window in the front.
Okay. But there's like a backyard situation going
Yeah, there's a
on?
backyard. It's it's fenced, but it's a low fence.
Okay. All right. So I would say that look around for an area where people aren't gawking at us. And I'm going to take the back area of the houses. I'm going to change out while walking. So, like that typical action sequence of changing your clothes while moving and then transforming a little bit. So, just wear a hoodie, removing chains, putting that in my bag kind of situation. Uh,
Yeah, I think it plays to your benefit that it's like gloomy and rainy, of course. And yeah, as both of you move however you'd like, if you're trying to be sneaky, give me a nerve roll. If you're trying to just like be physical about like getting around and getting there quickly, give me a muscles roll.
ah, oh, it's really close to 12. I had mine is 13, so I was like, ooh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Is Chiron being sneaky or just going?
The parasol.
Chiron's just walking.
Great.
You said that's a muscle roll?
Or nerve.
Muscle or nerve? I got under either. I got a 7, so
Think you're just kind of under the radar as you move forward, even though you're not trying to be. As Beck is like changing his clothes, walking toward the house.
I see Beck like changing his clothes, walking towards the house, and I'm like, you don't like people are gonna stare at us, but like it's whatever. I didn't go to this neighborhood. I was like a different one of these neighborhoods. There's
Mhm.
like there are so
Stuffing my
many
jacket in
there are
there.
so many housewives on Biter. They'll just assume we're here to hook up with somebody.
You're very one-track minded. Like, looking back at you.
Yeah, I have this insatiable bloodlust in the pit of my stomach that tells me to feed on everyone all the time.
Mhm. Or fuck.
Usually fucking makes it easier for them to let me eat
That's
them.
fair.
So
That's valid and fair.
it's fun for me and it's fun for them, and then I get to eat, and then I don't like go on a murder spree. Everybody wins.
Mhm. Well, for me,
So
it's
I'm a
not blood. It's everything. So I've
well,
been keeping it check most of the time, though.
to each their own. My one track minded. Yes. Did I have a lot of sex before I was turned? Yes. Is it more fun now that like nothing bad can really happen to me for having sex? Absolutely. But it is also functional. Humans will do pretty much anything for someone who's hot and that will have sex with them.
Pinches the bridge of his nose as he gets to the back of the gate. It's just like, you're great.
As
That's-
you as y'all walk past like the side of the house, there's a couple of windows and you hear barking inside.
From Kanon's house? Or like
From Kanon's house.
Oh, there's a fucking dog. Okay.
Is that a problem?
I don't think so.
The dog can't like tell them that someone broke into the house.
No, but like people are gonna wonder why he's fucking barking all the time. Like a hop defense. Like if it's like those short fences that's barely up to like my mid range, I'm just gonna hop it.
Yeah.
I walk in the fence like a normal. We're not in an action movie. What are you doing?
It's not locked.
like, now I just feel silly. It's just walking towards, like, I like that you just completely just kill my vibe whenever I try to set one. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
As I get to the back, I get out because I think I have like lockpick and stuff like that from my backpack. I'm gonna use that to undo the back, and I have a plan in place for this dog as soon as the door opens.
Nice. You can give me a muscles, nerve, or brains check.
I'll do nerve. Let's see. No.
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 What happens?
I think when I try to like to try to open this with the lockpick, it breaks at least like immediately. So this might be I already used this before, or
Mhm.
it's old. I was like,
Mhm.
well, and I don't know if I can try again because I have many, but I might try again unless like I need to do something else. Yes.
Sharon's like, do you need some help?
Yes, but what are you gonna do? Are you just gonna muscle it open?
No, I break into places too. Hold this, and I give you my parasol, and I like reach in to like my bro and take out a lockpick.
Yeah. Give me same thing, muscles, nerve, or brains.
I will do brains.
Mhm.
I roll with advantage for my creature of the night special feature. Because I would assume this is a delicate task.
Yes.
That's a 4. My brains is 11.
You succeed, and the door opens, and this very happy dog runs up to you back and is just like and starts like ruff 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 ruff, just like happy, like yeah.
It's like a corgi.
God.
So he's all tiny legs and giant butt and fluffy pants.
Just like wobble over
Mhm.
happily. And just like, oh, never mind. I was gonna like do something else, and like crouches down to like pet him as like stuff inside. I wasn't gonna kill the corgi. Like I was just gonna scare him, but like he's happy. So it's just like, oh hey bud, and like scritch under the jaw as I slide in. Also let everyone like let you come in as well.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
It's a very like well kept home. But it doesn't look very lived in.
oh, it's one of those. Like it's like super clean to the point of like it looks staged, like a staged house, ready to be sold at any moment, kind of situation. Like
Mhm.
Jesus fucking Christ! I wonder how much this place costs.
Are you sure these people aren't like setting a trap for you? Because it looks like no one's here.
I mean, can I use danger sense, like my
Yeah.
edge, to see like how that works? Okay, so how would that work? Do I just roll? I just roll, right? Like
Yeah, you're gonna roll a nerve check and then add your power die or subtract your power die, sorry.
oh, I see. I got a 10 out of
Does that
13.
succeed?
So that is a
Great, yeah.
success. Yes.
There's no one home, and the house is just like quiet. You don't sense any sort of like traps. You haven't really run into that in your escapades. Like, this isn't a world where like things are like super trapped or high tech or what have you. It's just a normal home. And as you wander through like past the kitchen, living room, dining room area and head down the hallway, you see a young person's room, a master bedroom, and a door that is locked next to a bathroom.
Can I like so I would automatically look into the bedroom, but also I would look for an office for information. Probably also check the kitchen just to see if there's any like mail, paperwork, anything that's out. But if it's looking really clean and almost like not lived in, then I'm assuming that there's not that much mail out.
Yeah, you start looking. Give me that guts check. What is Chiron doing as she sees Beck just starting to like rummage through stuff?
Uh, there's the Beck is looking in near the front door. You said for like mail and stuff.
Like the kitchen or living room area to see if there's like any open mail at the moment.
I go to
So looking through.
I go to the big bedroom and look
Mhm.
on and start looking. I kind of like walk and like shout talk. So like, what are we looking for? Are we just looking for like their
Oh
stuff?
right, I should actually just say what the fuck I'm looking. I usually do this by myself. I'm really sorry. I'm looking for anything having to do with Fox Corp. Anything having to do with. I think they work as in research and development and stuff. So anything having to do with that. I don't know if anything would be out in the open. Um, I'm just hoping there's something. Otherwise, there's that locked door which looks ominous.
You
Otherwise,
want
it
me to
might just
just
be.
open the locked door?
I mean, yeah, but like, if you did you see anything in the bedroom in there?
I mean, I can look in the bedroom. It's probably just gonna be like weird middle class sex stuff.
Give me a guts check if you want to like look around the bedroom.
There's gonna be some unopened like DVD they said they're gonna watch together. They never watched.
Mhm.
There's some Kama Sutra book they got from Barnes and Noble with the sticker still on it. I got a 1.
That is a huge success. All of the things you just said. And in the bedside table, the right hand side, you see like 3 different vibrators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chiron looks is like, I feel you, girly.
In the drawer under those, in the drawer under those, you see a Fox Corp badge that
Yeah,
says
buddy.
Magdalena Quincannon.
You hear from the bedroom, oh shit!
What? Like,
Fuck.
if I was looking through papers, I put them down. What is it?
Uh, okay, all right. So first you have to sit down.
Why? Is this in my
Sit down.
house?
You gotta sit down.
All right,
Also,
I
you're
just
wearing
sit
your
on the
fucking
I just
boots
sit on the
in there?
kitchen counter.
Take your boots off in this people's house. Come on, this place is
Give
clean.
a shit. Just sit on
Are
the
you
like the
serious?
counter.
No
What?
house training. Jesus Christ.
You better believe I don't have fucking house training. Like sits on the countertop for the kitchen.
Okay, so like, listen, name like what's a name, right? Like last names are there's so many people with like the same last names, so we shouldn't jump to conclusions or freak out. I know I had a bit of a reaction. I know Moise, you might have a bit of a
Yeah.
reaction. So I need you to sit. Are you calm right now? I need you
I'm
to
slowly becoming not calm based off of
listen.
how you're having.
It's so
Okay.
super chill. I found a security card. We can probably use this later, right?
Cool.
Like that's
That's
good.
helpful. Yeah.
But and I like turn the card for you to see it. The name looks kind of familiar if you read the whole name.
What's the whole name? Do we know who this person is? Is it
Magdalena Quincannon.
so like Kanon Quincannon?
It could be, but like, who knows how many Quincannons exist in this city? You know, like
I hop off the countertop.
Shit, tail shaking right next
Your
to your
adorable
feet.
bud. 1 second. Let's just like step over this dog. And I go into the kids' room or like the kiddish room or like the younger adult room. I'm not gonna walk all the way in. I'm gonna smell, like take a really deep breath.
Yeah, actually, as soon as you open the door, you walk through the door, you can tell like this is the most lived in room in the house. It looks nothing like the rest of the house. Everything in it is made of wood, like 4-poster bed, wooden desk, all that stuff. But like even like the most damning thing that you see in this room is that like hanging on the wall is like 6 sets of fairy wings and like a backpack, like several backpacks and like just everything that Kanon wears.
So I didn't really need to take a sniff. I just see Kanon, just like the vibe of Kanon in this room.
Mhm.
I open it, stare before even like taking an inhale, and then turn back to Chiron. It's just like, are you sure?
So, follow up. Maybe Kanan didn't tell us because you're scary.
I'm not fucking scary. What are you talking about?
And
I
with that, I
really.
think we're gonna take our break right here. We'll be back in a few.
Stand, stretch, and hydrate.
Perfect.
Welcome back, everybody. We're gonna dive right back into the story with the Baba Yaga group. Y'all were just noodling on some discoveries about your friend here and their parents. And Baba Yaga begins to explain to you, Kanan, the process in which you would need to do to help Elijah remove this device that Fox Corp has embedded into his body. And you begin to realize that to do this, you would have to give up one humanity. And you would know enough about your magic to know that if you did that, your wings would no longer be comfortable scrunched into shirts under backpacks and things.
Yeah, okay.
Do you think you can do it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's only one way to find out.
Pops is seeing the indecision, like the thinking of it, and Pops is like, "Did she have to do it? Can anybody else do it?"
Fairy magic made these men. Fairy magic must unmake.
And like, she acknowledges Pops stepping up and like, you know, that relationship that she and Pops have. And she she does that thing where she claps her hand on him and like not really being able to like find purchase, she just like pretends to find purchase. Um she's like, I got it. It's no, I'm good. I'm good. I'll be fine.
Magic's magic, right? Like, I'm not supposed to be here, but I am. Or,
Yeah, but
right?
you got ghost magic. Like all the other ghost things you have, you got ghost magic. Well, it'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Maybe
Like,
I
it
have
just
ghost
means
spells.
maybe you do. But like this just means that I don't have to spend any more money on like fake fairy wings. I've made them a thing. If my real ones are out, then it's not like people are just going to be like, "Oh, she's just got new ones." And these are like she spent more money on authentic ones, you know? They're like super cool.
Yeah, but if you were so okay with it, what was that pause for?
I said to think about it. And I thought about it. I said, "Yeah,
All right, if you're sure.
I'm sure." Just not looking forward to cutting holes in all my clothes. That's the bad part.
I can help you with that.
Heck yeah, Court.
You know, Ghost Man has point. Why are you so ashamed of being what you are all this time and now? Okay. She's like
You s-
mixing up herbs and getting things going. She puts a huge cauldron onto the fire in the fireplace.
and you see Kanon really give it a think. It doesn't take her very long to come up with her answer, but um she gives it a decent amount of time to think about it, and she's like, well, now I've got, I mean, I had Pops is cool. Pops, you're always gonna be cool. Don't take this to mean that I don't think you're not cool, but now I've got Court, I've got Bex, and Chiron is confusing, but she's got the spirit. So um I guess I just needed some more people to kind of make me realize how cool it is. I mean, obviously, I'm not ashamed because I walk around with like fairy wings on and all that stuff. But I don't know. Maybe I just didn't think my wings were cool. I don't know. But I've got a good, cool group of people around me now. So it's all good.
Okay.
When you see people, you see Court start counting the different composites of herself.
Yaga grabs a big old like butcher style knife and starts walking towards Elijah Riddle. These will hurt. She like puts a hand on his shoulder and bends him over.
I hold his hand.
You hold his hand. She picks up the skin from the top of his body and just in a flash uses this butcher knife to cut it off. Blood squirts everywhere. And she just, without even like any phasing, puts that sheath of skin into the pot.
Gross.
Elijah is like screaming and crying out. I was still alive in there. She says,
Ow,
I
ow,
told you it would.
Ow, 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 ow.
Then she gives him a little bit of root into his weird half mouth's mouth. Chew this. And he starts to chew. As he chews, the wound heals. And a heart seems to float up out of the cauldron, cross the room, and recede back into his chest. This is where I end, and you begin, young Kanon.
Okie dokie. Did she tell me what I needed to do, or do I just kind of like get the spirit of it?
She told you before what you needed to do, but I would love, if you feel comfortable, for you to describe what you do as this spell, as you would give up some of your humanity to tap into this very magic.
So I think what I do, um, so I am actually wearing a pair of fake fairy wings right now that I like shrug, like I have to shrug off my coat and stuff like that. So like I take off the fairy wings. Um, I I don't throw them into her pot, but I just like kind of like discard them. But what I do, I reach into my bag and I pull out the birthday card, my trinket, the birthday card from my mom that I got. Uh, and like I take another look at it, I read it, and it's got something really sweet on the inside of it, and it's like one of the only things that my human parents like have given me. Um, and I throw it in her cauldron.
with that, the magic seems to bubble and hiss and pop. And you watch as this goopy, inky like hand crawls out of the pot and like plops onto the ground and scurries unnaturally quickly over to the device and just envelops it and twists, and it pops off and it dissolves that medical device that was on top of Elijah Wood.
Elijah Riddle.
God damn it.
I love it.
Elijah Riddle! The most cinematic moment.
It was still good. It was still good.
He looks up at you. Is it done?
Yeah, it's gone.
Fox Corp is trying to create an army of allied to try to kill all the other allied so it can be the supreme allied, and it's putting lots of millions of dollars into these investments, and I worked in a lab at the end of the port, and I feel so bad about it. I've been waiting a really long time to say that.
I think Kanon just kind of pulls him, like she's still holding his hand. And I think Kanon just kind of like pulls him into a hug. And just like, yeah, just like pats his back and is like, good job.
You don't know how horrible it is to not be able to speak freely.
Well,
Or
I'm
maybe you
glad.
do.
I'm glad you're okay and you're one of us now. So I don't have to stab you with my ghost knife.
Right. Okay. If you want to figure out where they are in this process, I heard you talking about the goo people. You're definitely gonna want to talk with Constance. I don't know where you'll find her now, but she'll know what's going on.
Awesome.
And y'all would remember that this is the name that came up previously of the ghost person who was his lab assistant.
Alrighty. Well, yeah, I think we can go.
You not stay for dinner?
I'm allergic.
I don't eat.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
And I
normally.
I don't think Elijah wants to eat his own skin. Oh, I could be wrong.
Normally,
Elijah?
yeah, go ahead.
Doesn't sound too bad, actually.
Okay, let's go.
Normally, when food goes bad or whatever, it turns into food. But yours kind of tends to turn into me. So call me when you do. Maybe I'll. Dating's hard.
Right. Some sisters have passed. Perhaps you find them.
Maybe.
We are all alike.
I think she's saying you could get twins.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew a guy who was into that.
I don't judge, but
I'm trying to like pull everybody out of the hut. It's going well with everybody except Pops.
Right,
You
right.
open the door.
I walk through you a couple of times. Like, let's go.
Told you not to do
Elijah says as you all start to leave. He follows initially, but he's like, Can I stay here? Do you? I don't think I will exist well out there. Do you still need me?
We do. I know where to find. We know where to find you. Can we come back, Mama Yaga?
You're always welcome, dear. She looks over at Elliot. You hunt for me? I'll earn my keep however you want, I guess. Very nice.
Hell yeah! I've always wanted a brother.
All right, out you go. And at that point, like, you're all on the edge of the stairs, and the house just starts to spin again. And as it does, you like
Oh, jeez.
fly out and
Ugh.
plop into the squishy moss. Although Pops doesn't have to fly out and plop if
No,
he doesn't
Pops
want to.
flies out and enters the ground halfway, so his butt is sticking out.
You see the tiny house like sitting on its bagel, and a bunch of other houses like bending over and like trying to figure out what it's sitting on. It's only been a few hours.
It's not bad. I mean, might not even be a few hours once we get back. Time's weird. I open my bag. I've got so much food in it, like not necessarily bagels. I just like throw lots of things to the little houses that they can all have their own weird little thing to sit on.
They just plop, plop, plop. Some of them like open and close the windows a few times, like in gratitude.
Heck yeah.
It's fucking.
I want a pet tiny Baba Yaga hut.
Are you sure? They grow pretty big. Can you take care of one?
They only stay like
This
that
is
for
the
a
best way
little
to get a
while.
house in this economy.
We solved the housing crisis. There you go.
Awesome. You all follow Kanon back out. Any conversations happening during that walk?
I don't initiate any. I'll say that. Kanon does not initiate any conversation.
I think Court's still probably under the impression that we're not supposed to be looking where we're going on the way out either. And so is back to like darning something and like fixing and looking down at her feet.
Pops didn't know that thing initially and has just been looking around.
Kanon, what do your wings look like?
Oh yeah, okay. I will say this. So on the walk, like you notice Kanon gets squirmy because she's not let them out from under her shirt. And so eventually, probably about halfway through, she just like says, "Fuck it, I can't." And like she just like stretches and like they actually like break through her shirt and her hoodie. Do y'all remember that backpack I sent you? The link to that backpack? That's exactly what they look like. So they look like iridescent like dragonfly wings. They look like an oil slick in the best way. And they're big. So here's the thing. The fairy wings that she always wears are really small, but these wings are actually, they look like they are of the size to carry her into flight. So they are a decent sized wingspan. They just get in the way. They're too big.
They're so beautiful.
Thanks. But yeah,
Should be
they
proud
just,
of them.
and she like hovers a little bit, like a couple inches off the ground.
Court's eyes get really big.
They're cool.
Yeah. Kids would love those.
Well, the kids can have my old ones now.
You mean it?
Yeah, I got so many pairs.
Oh, you have to give them to them yourself.
Okay. Yeah, I'll bring them out next time I go home.
looks down and goes back to knitting. Realized she's been looking up.
Oh no, you're welcome here now. You can look.
Oh.
Yeah, it's weirdly pretty.
And she points around to everything and then points to your wings again, and everything sort of clicks into place where we are and what everything is. Ah, I'll be. Back to knitting.
Since as we're walking, and since we know that eventually we're heading to the flying duck, you see that as you get both of you look up and look at the surrounding. Pops has been fiddling with a little thing, and he has now a ghost bow tie over his shirt and his leather jacket. And now he's just like with his ghost comb combing his ghost hair.
That is very sharp, Pops.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. Trying to look snazzy. We're going to the Flying Dutchman, right?
Anyone in particular?
Hey, I'm not picky. I'm there to mingle. I'm ready to mingle.
All right. And with that, we'll head back to Beck and Chiron.
So I'm just saying there's lots of reasons why we may not have been told, and we shouldn't jump to any conclusions about this person who I think you call friend. I don't know if we're friends. I don't dislike Kanon. You know, I guess it's just like, I don't know if I really ever talked to you all. This is like the longest me and me have ever hung out, and I kind of forced myself to. Do y'all like hanging out with me? Am I annoying?
No, you're just very confusing, but you're a lot of fun to hang out with.
Thanks.
Don't change the subject though. Like, I'm not mad.
Okay.
I'm not mad. Nesmore saying it to himself. I'm not mad. Why would I be mad? Why would I be mad? I don't know what the situation is, right?
Mhm.
Like you said,
Maybe
people's
she got
situations are different. Yeah.
kidnapped by these Fox Corp people, and they like raised her.
Oh wait, well isn't Kanon a fae?
Yeah.
So like, isn't that like a whole like replacing situation that happens sometimes?
I don't know. I don't read books. If it's not in Lore Olympus, I don't know it.
What? He's like, what is that?
You don't know what? Okay. And I sit down and connect. All right. So it's just really. Do you have a phone? Give me your phone.
Of course I have. Okay, like
Give me your
give
phone.
him the phone.
You're gonna thank me so much. for
As
putting this
soon
in
as
your
Chiron
phone.
starts swiping on your phone using the internet, you think about your minutes and your data.
Actually, like take it back. You can tell me later.
I'm not gonna go through your phone.
It's not about that. Like I don't have that many minutes. Like so, it's just
Minutes?
yeah. Like I gotta buy those in order to use this.
Are you sure you don't want a job that like gets you money?
It just looks offended. Just like, sure, I guess. Like, but there's things I gotta do first, and then I'll worry about money. Like my family.
Do you need help with your family?
Fox Corp's trying to kick us out of our neighborhood, dude. Like, like that's.
Oh. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's just any money or any energy goes to that. Or fucking with Fox Corp, which is a lot of fun. That does release a lot of. I understand now what you mean by being scary. Yes, I'm very angry most of the time. I understand, but still, like with my art, and don't tell anybody. But I know I have a feeling, and just stares at you. A feeling like if I tell you anyway, you're gonna say something anyway. Can you keep a secret at the very least, or something?
Do you know how many politicians I've fucked?
No, I don't, but I didn't even know you
Exactly.
did. Okay. So you were saying about the art. You see the art all over the place. You probably also see it on the news. Plastered in rich people's houses. Their belongings stolen and fenced all over the city.
Oh, that's your real job.
Yeah, I don't get paid for it, but I redistribute money to people who need it. He folds his
Do you
phone back and put it in his pocket.
do you want like help with that?
What are you offering here?
I'm offering that I just alluded to that very rich and powerful people really like cooking up with vampires, and I get into their houses pretty easily.
I mean, that sounds pretty dope, I'm gonna be honest.
And I worked in a bar where rich and powerful people like to come to try and hook up with other monsters, and they think
I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So I could use the help, yeah. Been doing this, I don't know, a year and a half. I could use more hands in general.
I'm not a fan of Fox Corp either. I know we don't like talk about it a bunch, but
Yeah.
so I'm willing to help. Or if you need help with your place, I do make a lot of money at the bar.
We'll talk about that later. Just let's find shit about Fox Corp here, if there is any.
Yeah, sure. I can go
And
get that door open for you. You seem to
yes,
be bad at lockpicking.
I'm
You
not
usually
bad
just
at
kick the door open. You probably just kick the door open usually.
that. I'm not gonna kick it open because then they'll know someone was here.
We don't want to kick in our friends' parents' doors open either, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll hear a roof, 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 roof from the living room, and you hear a voice. Oh, hi there, buddy. How's your day going? Hey, buddy.
I look at you and
There's like a roof, roof, roof. And then you hear like a mechanical, like, and then a crunch, 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 crunch as the dog eats something.
oh, I like I like supernatural whisper, like probably like your ears, my ears here
Yeah.
whisper. You wait here. When you hear us get to the kitchen, try and get into that room and find what you need.
Okay.
I get up, I stretch a little bit on their like in their bedroom. Well, mom's gonna go to work now. And I just strut down the hallway.
Yeah. Hear like the click, click, click of the heels on like the wood tile floor.
I took my shoes off because I'm respectful. Thank you.
Okay. Oh yeah,
I
remember
didn't.
now.
I didn't take
My
them off
my
'cause I don't give
tweezers
a
are
shit.
out. My tweezers are out back by the door I broke into.
Incredible. You walk out toward the kitchen. You don't see anyone. But the dog, you see the butt of the dog kind of like wagging on the other side of the island that's in the kitchen.
Hello?
Hello? And the voice is coming from like down by the dog. Is someone in my house?
Yeah, but don't freak out.
Oh my god! Why are you in my house?
What you
So Beck
this-
just lightly books it over to the door. I'm gonna try to but you keep going.
Yeah.
Listen, I just want you to calm down, take a deep breath, and I'll explain why I'm in your house, okay?
Do you walk around the island?
Mm-hmm.
You see one of those little dog watcher cameras that dispenses treats that allows people to like check in on their pets.
Mm.
And it's one of the ones that's like a two-way camera. So you just see this woman in a lab coat, like looking at you from like holding up their phone, like selfie style. What? What?
Wait, listen. I heard your dog barking. No. I heard your dog barking. I was walking through the neighborhood. I came over to check. I saw the back door was left open. You must have left it open when you left.
Oh, Kanon.
So I came in to make sure your dog was okay. Everything's fine. Everything's where it was. You don't need to worry about it. I would like to glamour this person into believing the story.
Yeah. Give me your rolls.
What do I? So that's just a thing I can do. But what role would you like to try and make it successful?
Yeah, let's do blood.
It doesn't have a power die. Blood.
It's a charm. Yeah.
What is? That's a 1.
Yes. Instantly just okay, well, thank you so much for, that's very kind of you to go
You're
out
so
of your
well.
way.
Do you want me to walk your dog while I'm here? I
That would be
was.
so incredible.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you
so
much.
welcome. What was your name?
Magdalena.
Nice to meet you. My name's Karen.
Okay,
Um,
Karen, nice to meet
I
you.
I'm in the neighborhood working,
Okay.
so you might see me around a little bit. I'm one of your neighbors is a new client, so if you ever see me, feel free to say hi.
Okay. I totally will. Um, have a great day. She
You
seems a
too.
little confused, but believes you, and then just hangs up.
All right,
Okay.
well,
So
don't
while
break
this was
promises. I go
Yeah.
so
find
while
the
this
dog
was
leash.
happening,
Yep.
I was gonna do a lockpick, but then I just stopped to watch this happen because this is holy shit. That was super effective. And it's did you did
Hmm?
you just convince her that you accidentally walked into the back door to check out the dog to make sure the dog was okay? And
And
you might have a gig now? Is that
I turn back and my eyes are not the normal brown irises. They're blood red moon eclipses. No, I didn't
Ah,
just convince her. I
yeah,
used
right. I'm sorry. I forgot. I
No,
forgot.
it's fine.
I get
I
it.
I don't like to use it on people. I feel bad, but it seemed best so she didn't freak out because we really aren't here hurting anyone. So
Mhm. Okay.
I am gonna walk this dog because I said I would, and I feel bad. So you do your thing. I'm gonna go walk this dog.
All right. Cool. Let you. I'm gonna unlock this. Is it first of all? I'm gonna check the door to see if it's locked in the first place. 'Cause
It
I
is
actually
locked, yeah.
Okay.
Give me another lock picking roll. It said muscle, nerve, or brains.
Let's see. I think I just passed. Yeah, I just passed. So 15,
Great.
15. Is that still passing, or is that
Yeah.
okay?
You're able to unlock the door and get in as Chiron walks away. Chiron, you find a leash right by the door. It's pretty
Yep,
simple.
I find the leash. I put my pleasers back on when I go outside, and I'm like, "Come on, I didn't catch your name. I can't talk to dogs. Let's go."
He's
Will
got
you
a
be-
collar. He's got a collar around his neck that says, it's something generic. You know what? No, his name is Grant. He's got
Grant?
he's got a human dog. He's got a human name. His name is
Mike,
Grant.
come on,
Grant.
Grant. Did they fucking Did they turn you into a dog? Oh my god, Fox Corp is evil. And I grab my pleasers in the back door, walk to the front, and I fully walk out of the front of this house and take Grant around the block. I'm like, we'll be back in 5.
Yeah, you get kind of the same, as people are walking with strollers and stuff. They're just kind of hi.
Are you a housewife?
Yeah. Are
I
you
I just
dog
reach
walker?
in and I give them my card. You should probably call me.
Oh, okay. She puts it in her pocket. Thank you.
You know what? You are very welcome.
Yeah. Cool. I'll see you. See you.
Oh, you will. And I
Beautiful. Beck, you open this door and head into this office, and you see just one large desk, a big comfy chair, and a bunch of files papers and pens around. But it's pretty simple. It's pretty much just the desk and the chair. There's some windows that the desk is facing out. a nice rug. But there's no closet or anything here. It's just like a very simple office. And as you go like up to the desk, if you try to pull out any of the drawers, they all open except for the one on the bottom right, which seems to also be locked.
And all the other drawers don't have anything important in it, I'm assuming.
They have like pens and sticky notes and staplers.
Normal office supplies.
Yeah, one of them has like a bulk like leaf of like printer paper for the printer over on a cart in the corner.
I would lockpick again, but I want to see something first. Like, so
Yeah.
is this like one of those drawers that could potentially have a false bottom or like a way to like break open underneath kind of situation?
Mhm.
I'm gonna like push up to see like if I can dismantle that first.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Pretty simple to be able to do that. You know how you've done it a few times.
So yeah, I did that quickly, effectively.
Yeah, and it just kind of pops open. You see a bunch of like manila file folders. And as you pick one up, you see like almost like criminal file system style, a little paperclip in the front and a picture of Court, a bunch of medical information and creation information on your new friend. As you read through, you see that Court was specifically stitched together with a different type of allied for a specific role of swimming down to the bottom of the sound to find this very rare type of seaweed that they need for the experiments that they're doing. But Court would constantly get distracted by the fishing nets that littered the bottom, trying to make things out of them. So she was fired.
Like I'm like going through it's like the fuck is this shit?
You see like 5 more files of different created, all tasked with the same task, all failing at the task and being pushed out into the world.
So they were created for a purpose and then just fired? Like, what the fuck? Can I, like, what is the seaweed? I kind of want to know, like, if there's like a notation about what the seaweed is and what it does.
Yeah, you don't see anything more about the seaweed in this folder system in the files. These seem to be like confidential personnel files that maybe shouldn't even be in this house. Like you've never found anything like this in a house before. But there are other files on the desk and a whole computer if you wanted to try and look in the computer. And I would say around this time, if Chiron's just walking the dog around the block, you probably come in having like taken the time to pick the lock and break into the shelf effectively. Read the file.
What are we doing?
There's files on Court and other created, and they were made for a purpose and then just fired, i.e., dropped.
You know, I'm starting to get worried now because that's like oddly, like an odd coincidence. Like we're friends with Kanon and like Court. I don't think Kanon's done anything, but I'm worried like if Fox Corp arranged this all knowing each other.
It is a coincidence. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm not gonna get angry. I will promise you that. But we do have to talk to.
For sure, we'll have a normal civil conversation.
Oh, like go through the computer, like just tight jawed. Like
yeah,
normal.
You hit the space bar or like wiggle the mouse to open it, and it's not a normal program. It's not like Peach or Doors. It's like a bright green screen that just says access code.
Do you think it's their code? Is it like a code they all have?
Maybe they have like their own individual code or something like that. That makes sense, right?
Do we know Kanon's birthday?
No, I don't think so. No, like I'm gonna look at the paperwork to see if like I'm hoping to God that they have like a sticky note on something and they just wrote the access code on it.
Fucking boomer! My password to my bank account
1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm hoping that like I'm gonna look through the files again. Anything on the desk, anything like that, like drawers
Yeah.
wise.
You don't find anything with a code that would make sense. You find stuff with like numbers, and as you plug them in, they're like not enough characters or too many characters. But as you're rifling through, you do see like a list of personnel that Magdalena works with, and Constance Smith is a name that's continually on like her planning for like shifts for the lab that she works in.
Constance Smith. Okay.
Mhm.
We're not gonna be able to log into this, but here's another person. Check out later.
Hmm.
I'm gonna also take pictures of all the files. I'm not gonna steal them. Like I'm just gonna like take pictures to have them.
Yeah.
Is okay. I want to take something. Is there like technology of any sort, like a phone or anything like that left out here, like a work phone or a laptop or anything like that here?
Hmm. I think you find like a small tablet that would be used for like writing notes to then be cataloged digitally somewhere. It's also pretty locked down in the same way, but you do find it. You can take
I'm gonna take that one.
yeah.
Is there a phone in this house, like a house phone?
Mm-mm.
There's not. Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
I take out my phone then. No, I spent money to get I take out a burner cell because I spent money to get specifically also burners. I take out a burner cell and I call Abraham.
Mm-hmm. Go.
It's Fox Corp access code. We're at Magdalene.
And
Oh my,
Quinn Cannon.
Magdalene Quincannon's house.
You have the USB cord?
Yeah,
Plug it in.
you see me on a USB cord.
It's just like you watch just like as a million different codes populate on the screen and scroll through really, really fast, and then suddenly you just see like an unlock screen in bright green pop up and a database appear in front of you.
Shit.
I'm breaking the phone, Abraham. Bye. I'll talk to you in a week.
Just burner crushed.
Yeah, I like crushed the burner.
Yeah.
All right. Looking through this database then. Like
All right. Give me a brains check. And if you want to work together, you can both roll separately, or one of you can roll an advantage if you're both looking like at the screen together.
I'm fine either way. I would also be looking, but it's up to you if you want to both roll.
I say we both roll it and see how it goes. Because we're both looking.
Finally,
Finally, Jesus, a 4. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
what is my brains? 11. Nice. I got a 10. My brains is 11.
Awesome. You both succeed. And you quickly realize that this database is very overwhelming in the way that like court records are written in a shorthand. All of this seems to be a code.
Mhm.
But there is kind of a searching mechanism. And if you're searching specifically for like the seaweed, the type of seaweed information, y'all kind of stumble your way into that. And you find out that it's a seaweed that's only available in an alternate realm where there's a portal at the bottom of the water of the sound to get to the Gilman little pocket of magic that they hold there. And it's a type of glowing gold seaweed that they need to fully integrate the Gilman DNA into their experiment. It's called seaweed.
it's called seaweed.
Is it like the letter C?
Like seaweed.
Yes.
Okay.
My brain just went seaweed.
I just look at Beck and I'm like, did we know there were other dimensions?
I mean, kind of, but like not at the bottom of the fucking ocean. Like, wait, the people that we saw at the gathering. Oh, you weren't there at the gathering place. They were Gilman or like weird form of Gilman, and maybe since these experiments points to the files didn't work, they might need Gilman to swim to the bottom and actually get the job done, and that's what they're trying to do.
Oh, that sucks.
It's like, yes, like they're trying to do something. They need the seaweed for something. We don't know what it is, but that's something.
I mean,
at the very
something bad for sure. Can I just want to look something up really quick.
Mm-hmm.
I type in the name Lyra.
Mm-hmm.
Lyra.
Yeah. A couple different entries pop up.
You see me like, you see, I plugged my phone into the USB because I crushed the burner, and you just see me like drag and drop like the whole list of Lyras like into like the little like phone like data plugin.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it.
I would say I do the same thing for any record of the seaweed for later, because I'm not going to be able to figure out what exactly this means yet. There's like shorthand that I need to figure out.
Yeah.
Are there any experiments about like Gilman that are here, or no? This is just a database of.
You search what you think the shorthand is for Gilman experiments specifically, and you just see a bunch of like what you can decipher is scheduled times for like repeated sessions to happen like in calendars. And there's some like really sciencey like DNA sequencing stuff that you
super sciencey
sequence stuff. I love. I just like similarly, I'm like, this is some sciencey ass shit. Just literally drag and drop it into like I'm just gonna take anything that I can that has to do with the seaweed for later.
Yeah.
If it's not me, then hopefully someone can help decipher later.
And as you're looking specifically through into those experiments, on some of those pages, I think with the great rolls y'all have, you see the name of the book referenced a few different times.
Is there like a copy of the book?
There's not a copy, but it just says experimentation using magic found in book.
Gotcha. I'm gonna note those as well, whatever they have on those, because that's cool. Yeah. And let's connect as like once we get everything that we can look at later, or get someone sciencey to look at it later too.
I like unplug everything the right way, log off, shut it down. I'm like, this is technically a friend's mom's work computer.
Yeah. Put the files back like I left it.
You attempt to fix the drawer.
Yeah.
What did you do to the drawer? I told you not to break anything.
Hold on. I'm gonna do something really dumb. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna go into like the kitchen. I'm assuming there's like a miscellaneous drawer because everyone has a miscellaneous drawer. Is there like a blue duct tape, specifically blue duct tape?
I'm losing my mind.
LaTia.
So like I'm gonna take that and I'm going to like duct tape the bottom of this drawer because they have to look at it specifically, turned upside down to see this, and I'm gonna put it back in place with duct tape.
You really have no house training. This is absolutely ridiculous to me.
Whatever. Like I've been fine this entire time. No one has said anything yet.
Have you like checked? Do you like know no one's saying
No
anything?
one knows who I am. This is the first time I'm telling someone what I've been doing, and no one has figured it out yet. So
have you burned your prints off?
What?
Like I don't like fingerprints. Like I don't have prints because I'm dead because I'm a vampire. But like you have fingerprints.
I like just change my hands to claws specifically, and I'm like, I don't need them. Like
I'm just making sure because there's many ways to catch someone who like breathes and eats and stuff. You guys have like DNA you leave everywhere.
I'm at least that careful. I'm not leaving that, but I do accidentally break stuff whether I mean to or not. That's just how I do. But hey, you're here. We're partnership, right? Like
that's why you're bad at picking locks. I say like leaving the room.
I just follow, like make sure everything is back in place as I slowly back out of the room to make sure was like how we left it, besides the duct taped drawer.
Yeah.
And we leave.
Are you
I'd say.
keeping the badge, Chiron? It's a hard
Rolling to
decision.
find it out.
Yeah. I think it is. And you know what the worst part is? I think it's less keeping and more forgetting it's in my bag.
Great.
I agree with that.
And that was like such a long time ago, and like all the stuff that happened. I think it is more of like I put it in my bag and it's still in my bag.
Cool. Y'all find the dog like asleep in its bed, very sleepy, as you head back out the door and leave the house. Starting to get dark, maybe like late evening, early evening rather, like dinner time kind of a time. And y'all get back into Beck's car and head toward the large lake where you promised to meet your friends and head to the Flying Dutchman. You all reconvene in the parking lot, having gone on your separate adventures.
Hey everyone.
Hi.
I love your wings.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So no one's mad. No one's
Is
mad.
someone mad?
No
No.
one is mad.
No.
Beck-
Why would you say no
Beck-
one's mad?
Beck,
No
sit
one's
down.
mad.
Beck, sit down.
Why don't
You know
does
why?
Bex need to sit down?
It's no one's mad. You know, that's what's important here.
The more that
I
you
just
say that,
slowly slide into a chair, put my hands like just fold my hands over the table.
we went to go work, and Beck didn't mean work, but it didn't mean what I thought it meant. It meant like go break into a place.
There was levels of what was thought was happening.
That's so under the bridge now. We're so in sync. So we went to go break into someone's house, and the person worked for Fox Corp, and I look at Kanon, and you have a lovely bedroom.
Yeah, you do.
It's very cool. It's a very cool bedroom.
It's the
in
only bit of
your house.
life in that fucking. Okay, I don't know if I can just.
you broke into my house?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I also walked your dog. He is lovely. I also think I met your mom.
Cute dog.
Your mom thinks my name is Karen.
What a name to choose, right? Like what a name to choose. Am I
Yeah,
right?
why did you break into my house?
I didn't know it was your house. I thought it was just research and development people, and it wasn't.
Technically,
it was,
technically, it was. They do.
I mean, it was,
do
yes,
that,
but I didn't know it
right?
was your mom and dad. Didn't know it was your parents.
Okay.
You hear behind Kanon, Pops is humming "Smoke on the Water" while fixing his ghost bow tie. And
His ghost tie.
He's now hearing everything that's going on. He's still processing.
I truly don't know how Kanon would feel about this.
I'm
So,
wondering. Yeah.
I'm gonna roll. This has to be dictated by a roll.
Okay.
It's gonna be either nerve or guts because they're both similar, and I don't know. Okay, I'm under both of them, but barely. So, okay, you broke into my house because, and you didn't. Okay, you broke into my house and you didn't know it was my house.
No, I did not know it was your house.
Technically, I
Okay.
broke into the house.
Okay.
Fine, you're better at lockpicking than I am.
Beck
Okay,
is very
thank you.
bad at lockpicking.
Okay,
Okay,
yes, continue.
Is this because of the information we found out a couple days ago?
Yeah, and like the very adamantly not looking at this group of people. Plus, it seemed like it was important, like research and development people. They shit that happened with making Allied, right? Like they might know something, and I was right. They do a lot. Sorry.
Should it bother me that I'm not as mad about this as I feel like I probably should be?
No, we didn't know it was your house.
Well, no, I mean, that's fine.
I mean, it's different if I said I broke in because it was your house, and
Well, yeah, I mean, if you broke in because it was my house, then I probably would have been mad because if I'd known you'd wanted to break into my house, I probably just would have brought you to my house.
That would have been
I would have
way
asked you to go to
easier.
your house if I wanted to go to your house. Like,
Right.
but yeah. So you're not angry that your parents.
What am I mean, clearly I know that my parents work for Fox Corp, but what do they do?
Ooh, I go over the. Well, okay, so this is a part. Everyone should sit down a second time.
I think as
We
this
can't
is
sit down
happening,
again.
Everyone give me a guts roll except for Court.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Shit.
Ooh.
Okay.
Pardon?
It's because Court doesn't actually have guts.
Yeah.
I got a 30.
Sawdust.
So I definitely pass.
Sawdust.
I got a 1.
Awesome.
12 made it by 1. Or
Awesome.
yeah, 12.
I think you all kind of notice at the same time. This is Kanon's mom has already come up as Court's creator. Everyone knows this. And as you all keep talking about this and like diving into this research, correct me if I'm wrong, Liz, but Court is kind of like quiet and like kind of hunching shoulders, slouching a little bit at the top of the conversation.
Yeah, but I think it's because it's something that she knows. It's something that she knows really, really well. And it's not news to her.
Yeah. You all just notice a little shift in Court's energy as this conversation happens.
Court, you look so pretty.
Oh, you too.
I would say that if we're like braining things out or like talking in detail, I would say that like, you know what? We already know what's going on. Maybe we can talk about this later. The specific information. Right? But the purpose was to get some seaweed. That's all we know. Different realm at the bottom of the. Sorry, we don't have to talk about this.
No, it's just that stuff is so useless, you know?
What's useless, the seaweed?
Yeah, it's shit at the bottom of the sound. Way better stuff down there.
Like,
She starts like digging through like a pocket and picks out like bits of like microplastics that have molded together into just this weird abstract. This.
oh, that's
yeah.
pretty.
I mean, why would they send me down there for that shit when there's all this down there?
Did they tell you what that seaweed does at all?
Oh, why would they tell me that? It was way above my pay grade. I was fucking useless anyway.
You're not.
Yeah, you're super useful.
No, that's what it said on my reviews. Fucking useless.
And we don't give two shits about what Fox Corp thinks about you. You're great. You're super creative.
What? Can I see that? The microplastic? Can I see it?
Oh, yeah.
I just take it. Is it just like a piece of plastic that's just been
It's just crap that's been caught in a net.
cool? No, I mean, it's got character.
Yeah.
You can have it.
You make all those amazing like street art pieces, right?
I can know something
Yeah.
about street art.
Shut the fuck up. Like say it so fast. It's
Oh,
like,
and with that, I think we're gonna end this session.
There's one more thing that I want to do. Like
Yeah.
as we kind of like once this conversation seems to like peter off to an end and we actually like start to walk into the Flying Dutchman, I'm actually gonna catch Court by one of the arms. And like in this whole revelatory conversation we've been having, it has come up that my mother created her, right?
Mhm.
So we're walking up and you're really quiet and it's like, this kind of makes you my sister.
She stops and like steps kind of hard on her and like bounces a little. I never thought about that.
And then I just give her a big old smile and then like we walk into the Flying Dutchman.
And Pops is just following behind them. Ghost party!
Chiron, let's get Pops late or whatever we're here to do.
Incredible. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. We are playing Nightcrawlers, a splatterpunk TRPG. You can find it on itch.io and some other places if you want to play it for yourself. And yeah, we'll go around the horn one more time. I'll kick it off. My name's Sierra Mystic. She, any pronouns. You can catch me all over the interwebs as Mystic Musings. I am the creative director and founder of Autumn Studio, and you can catch me being a producer, doing producer things for Wizards of the Coast on the D&D team. And yeah. I'm on Utopia. I'm the DM for our Utopia podcast over at Autumn Studio, and we're always doing some cool things under there. Got an improv show going, lots of fun stuff going on. So yeah, and I will pass it to Fabs.
Hey, what's up? How's it going? Howdy. Yeah. Hi, I'm Fabs. I am producer, storyteller, and performer over here at Bad House RPG. You can find me for my comic stuff at Rockets and Pens, Bad House RPG for my TTRPG stuff, and just in general, I'll be somewhere out there in different shows this Q4, so just check me out. I'll pass it over to LaTia.
It's me. Hi, I'm LaTia. You can find me everywhere at LaTia Jaquise, where I share gratuitous pictures of my dog, like they all just got in our backstage chat. So go look at that while you're waiting to tell us all who you are. You know me as your friendly neighborhood community manager for D&D at WotC. And this is all I've got going on right now, which is about all I can handle because my brain is soup. But I'm loving this game. I love everybody who I'm looking at right now. And I can't wait to continue the story. And I'm going to pass it to Ambrose.
Me? Hi, everybody. It's Ambrose. She, they pronouns. I've been your werewolf. That isn't scary, I promise you. But yeah, you can find me everywhere as SS Ambrose, except for Twitter and Instagram, because those places hate me.
It's Twitter. It's Twitter. It's never going to be that
It's
other
Twitter.
thing.
It's never going to be anything else.
Stop trying to make X happen.
Stop trying to make it a thing. But yes, I am the creative director and founder of Othersider Studios, where we focus on horror, mystery, and investigative horror things. So stay tuned for news that's coming out about that soon. And yeah, I am obviously in this game. This game is pretty fire. I'm having a blast. So this cast is phenomenal. So yeah, and I'm gonna pass it on to Liz.
Hey, what's going on? I've been Liz, she, any pronouns, playing Court the Created. Feel free anytime to ask me about my feelings working in corporate America. Spoiler, I fucking hate it. In general. Catch me typically on Utopia, a D&D podcast, playing my sad girl Scylla Paladin, and a couple of other projects in the fire. Thanks for having me. I'm going to pass it over to Austin.
So you thought you'd make me go last so I couldn't pass to someone as they're laughing, huh? You thought, oh, we got Austin this time. She'll go last. Well, don't you? I'll remember next time. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Uh, my name's Austin. My pronouns are he, they, she. I just got to playing Chiron, whose pronouns are she, they. Chiron's a vampire. Me, Austin, is an award-winning game writer, designer, performer, and friend. You can find me everywhere on the internet. I want you to find me at Sales Austin. It's that Sailor SCT Austin. If you don't find me under that one, I don't want you to find me. So keep it easy. Easy, simple, and clean. This comes out in the future, so I have no idea what I'm up to. So you should find me on social media to see what I'm up to.
Fair call. Good call, actually. Awesome. All right. Thank you all. Thank you, cast. I will see you next time.